If you and your family are thinking about making a move to or within Airdrie, you'll want to know the best neighborhoods to call home. And not only am I a local realtor, but I'm also the father of 3 young children, so I know how important it is to find the perfect neighborhood to raise your kids and have your family thrive in. And today I'm going to be sharing my top 5 family-focused communities that I think are worth considering. And if you know Airdrie, number 5 might just surprise you. But before we get started, please hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss all the videos we put out all about Airdrie real estate. For our first area, we're going to start off with Windsong and Southwinds. Now these neighboring areas really feel like one community because both were master built by Mattamy Homes. And there are some pros and cons to this area which we will go over, but I'd say that of all the neighborhoods in Airdrie, this one probably has the highest percentage of families with kids. Now I don't have data to support that, you can just see it when you're in the neighborhood. Every time you drive there in the summertime, you'll likely be amazed at how many kids are out and about on the streets. And a big reason for this is because Mattamy Homes had and continues to have the lowest priced new builds in the city, which is a pro for most people. I mean, who wouldn't want to pay less for their home? But there is a con associated with this reason for the lower prices. Mattamy was able to make prices cheaper by increasing the density in the area by making lots and roads a little bit smaller. This means that many of the roads here can get pretty tight and the average lot size is smaller than other neighborhoods of the same age. For example, some of the driveways here might not be quite long enough for your vehicle to fit on and different things like that. Now, if that's not a concern for you, then it might be a good fit, but if you prefer to have wider roads and bigger lots, then you might not enjoy it that much here. But ultimately, that is what drove so many families to move here, and if you can get past that, then there are a lot of great amenities nearby for those families. At the heart of Southwinds, we've got Osborne Park, where you'll find a great playground, shaded picnic areas, and a small toboggan hill. And the neighborhood also features a 4-acre environmental reserve that's integrated into a 6-acre pond area. And depending on where you are in the neighborhood, you're likely only going to be a few minute walk or bike ride to Chinook Park, which is the city's 55-acre recreation hub with baseball diamonds, skate park, splash park, beach volleyball nets, basketball courts, and more. So if you'd like to learn a little bit more about the schools, shopping, and amenities and homes here in the area, be sure to take a look at the neighborhood video we did in Windsong in summer 2022. The second neighborhood that we'll be discussing is Chinook Gate. Now this is an up-and-coming community located a little further west with various kinds of new construction happening in the area. The homes here started being built just in 2018 and are definitely more of a modern style with great curb appeal. Now we had to add Chinook Gate on here almost solely based on the fact that it's the best connecting neighborhood to Chinook Park. Now we mentioned Chinook Park as being a perk for if you're living in Windsong, but you're even closer to Chinook Park here in Chinook Gate. And some of the homes are going to be just steps away from Airdrie's biggest playground, so you can leave all the chaos behind and enjoy the fun parkside living at its finest. Maybe for your family that means splash park, skate park, and beach volleyball in the summer, and sledding and ice skating in the winter. Whatever your favorite outdoor activity is, there's a good chance that you're going to be able to do it here. And in addition to that, the community playground right in the middle of Chinook Gate kind of acts as a gathering place for kids of all ages. With some of the homes fronting right onto the playground, it kind of feels like a hub in the middle of the community, and there are always kids playing there. Whenever we've gone there with our kids or I'm just driving by, there is always kids at this park. The neighborhood is a bit more of a drive away from commercial areas or shopping, but we go over those amenities, schools, and the types of homes here in the full neighborhood video, which you can watch on our channel, posted just a couple months ago in February of this year. The third neighborhood on our list is Wildflower. This is a brand new development in the super early stages of construction, with the first possessions just happening this summer. It's located on the west side of 24th Street across from Bayview, and it's the first community to be built on this side of 24th Street. And it'll also feature Airdrie's first outdoor pools, and it's going to have a homeowners association like none other we've seen in Airdrie before. The highlight for the families here is absolutely their plans for an 8,000 square foot amenity center with pools, hot tubs, sports court, change rooms, toddler play area, playground, lounge areas, pickleball courts, and more. Infrastructure like this just doesn't exist in the city yet at this moment, and residents here will have exclusive access to it. So imagine being able to have your kids walk to the community pool during the summer or the ice rink in the winter and not have to deal with the busyness or the wait lists of the Genesis Rec Center. And they also have plans for walking paths, harvest gardens, a storm water pond, and tons of picnic and lookout points. And being on the Upper West Side means experiencing the sunrise views and getting that feeling of being away from the city, but still very close. Now you'll get a good idea from the mock-ups, but I really think Wildflower is bringing something unique and exclusive to Airdrie, which is pretty cool to see. Ultimately, this area is going to drive a ton of families solely due to the Homeowners Association amenities, whereas people without families might stay away because the HOA fee will be higher here compared to anywhere else in Airdrie, and if you're not using the amenities, then it may not be worth it to live here. So I think Wildflower has a good chance of overtaking Windsong as the area with the highest concentration of families. And again, if you'd like to know more about the schools, shopping, and houses that you'll find here in Wildflower, check out the full neighborhood video that we posted in October 2022. And moving on now to our fourth area, which is the Bay area, which we're going to include Bayside, Bayview, and Baysprings in this since they all kind of share the same area and amenities. Now the thing that makes this area special is all the water access you have and the pathways surrounding them. People love biking around the canal or shoveling off a skating rink in the winter here. Now I've seen as many as 6 or 7 ice rinks all in a row being cleaned and maintained on a regular basis by owners backing onto the canal. Now this is not only good, of course, for the fun that's to be had, but with the residents working together to maintain the ice, it really has this way of bringing this community spirit to Bayside that I don't know if you'll find anywhere else in Airdrie. Now I've never personally lived in Bayside, but you just get this feeling when you're there that it's a very tight-knit community. And as you would likely assume, many of the homes in the area back right onto the canal, which is a huge attraction for people to move here. And some of the higher end homes even have a dock to enjoy kayaking or canoeing on it in the summer. Now there is less of a concentration of just families with young kids here, as the water features attract not just families, but people from all stages of life who appreciate being close to the water. And with the variety of housing options here, it tends to bring in a variety of people in different stages of life to the community. So if you want to hear more about the housing and amenities in the Bay Area, be sure to watch the full neighborhood video we made in October 2022. And last but not least, number 5 on our list today, and it might be slightly unexpected if you know Airdrie, is going to be Baysprings. Now unlike the previous neighborhoods we discussed, Baysprings is located on the east side of Airdrie and is the only one that we'll be talking about that's not in the southwest. Now this is primarily due to the unmatched value of homes in the area and its proximity to Genesis Rec Center. You're going to find older homes, bigger lots, and a large number of manufactured homes here, which are a great option for those looking to make their first home purchase. Now the special thing about Baysprings is that you can get a freehold detached home for between $200,000 and $300,000 in most cases. Now in this price range, this will be a modular home with no basement, but if you're a family, this does let you have an actual yard and in many cases a good sized garage for the price of a townhouse. So you won't be paying a condo fee and you own your own house on its own land. So if you have kids or pets and your price range is under $350,000, this can definitely be very attractive, as having a proper yard can be something that really gives you that quality of life that you're looking for with your family. And of course, I can't forget to mention Baysprings is also home to Airdrie's biggest dog park. And like I mentioned, the neighborhood is just a couple minute drive to the city's only rec center at the moment, which is a perk if that's something you'll be going to quite often. There you're going to find a wide range of activities including swimming pools, hockey rinks, multiple gymnasiums, gymnastics, a play place, full fitness facility, and more. Now similar to the Bay Area, you're not going to find just families here, but a wide range of stages of life. Lots of families due to the affordability, but also lots of retirees who just been in the neighborhood for 30 to 40 years. Now for schools, RJ Hockey Elementary School is situated right in the middle of Big Springs, and your middle and high schools are just in the neighboring areas right by Big Springs. So this means your children will be able to walk to school in most cases, especially your young kids going to that elementary school. So if you don't mind older homes and you can see past some of the rough exteriors or yards that you might find here in Big Springs, you can come to own property fairly inexpensively in comparison to other areas and get your start in the real estate market. Well, that does it for our 5 best communities for families here in Airdrie. Now the truth about Airdrie though is that there isn't really a bad area for families. Since the whole city is full of families, you're likely going to have a good experience no matter where you end up. If you have questions about any of these communities, or if you think there's an area that should have been on this list, go ahead and put it in the comments below. Again, my name is Brad Walker, your Airdrie Realtor, and if you're making a move to Airdrie or any of the other surrounding cities or towns, I'd absolutely love to help. So please reach out anytime. But for now, we'll see you in the next video.